Okay, preparing for life. All right, we're live on Facebook now. So Nithyanandam, welcome back to Insights from the Avatar lesson number 23. This is Kailasa Singapore. My name is Manita Dugananda. Today is 5th of March, 2025. So we took a break last week due to Kumbh Mela Singapore celebration as well as Mahashivaratri celebration falling on last Wednesday. As a result of that, we didn't have a session. So now we're ready to resume lesson number 23. So let's take a few moments to center ourselves to receive the insights. So sit with the back straight. Close your eyes and align the whole head, neck and spine in one straight line. Connect with your body awareness, then your breath awareness. Take long, deep breathing with awareness of the two gaps between the incoming breath, outgoing breath, and incoming breath. Enter into the space of listening, authentic listening, Shravana. Ready to listen to what Swamiji has to impart to all of us in this session. Let's invoke Swamiji by chanting the Satguru Vandana, followed by 3 times Mahavakya. Take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramashuvam Kevalam Jnanamutin Dvandvatitam Gagana Shatrisham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Savadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunadahitam Satguruntam Namami. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Bow down to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, requesting him to grant us the experience, the deeper knowledge of today's satsangs, the clicks from today's satsang. Let us all experience the deeper truth by his blessing. All right, so those of you who just joined, let me just welcome all of you again. We're going to enter into today's session, lesson number 23. Next slide. So let's understand the power of satsang. Swamiji say that whenever a sincere seeker melts down in deep trust and relaxes, the transmission of the land happens automatically. Whether you're sitting with him physically or not, it doesn't matter. So this means that satsangs or discourses are nothing but transmission of the deeper truth when you listen in a receptive manner, in deep trust with the Guru, and you're able to relax. So that is the power of satsang. So today we're going to uncover 4 insights from the satsang taken from the past. So let's enter into the next insight. In the volume number 1, there were 108. So we're now already covered, today is 89, insight number 89. So here's an interesting story. It's talk about the master's rotten apples. The master's rotten apple. So listen, he said, you always project your own negative patterns on the enlightened master and use that scale to judge them. That's why the master says, even the actions that you believe will be wrong, is to be wrong, if they are done by enlightened masters, simply accept them. Because your narrow logic cannot grasp the great compassion of an enlightened being. So this is what Swamiji is trying to convey. He said that whatever the masters perform in terms of the actions, even from your logical mind, it seems wrong, culturally not acceptable. You may think this is not humane, for instance. He said, in even that context, simply accept them because our human narrow logic cannot grasp the great compassion of an enlightened master. So that is the message he said. He wanted to share a story. He said, I have a story for you from this book. He said, an enlightened master is traveling through a forest. At a distance, he sees a man sleeping under an apple tree with his mouth wide open, like this, okay? So when you go to deep sleep, you know, right, your mouth open. So when he comes nearer to this sleeping man, he suddenly notices that a small poisonous snake is about to enter into the mouth of this man, the sleeping man, okay? So then what happened? Let's continue. He said, so the man was so fast asleep that he doesn't even realize that a snake is getting into his mouth. He's in such a deep sleep. So the master rushes towards the man, but it was too late. Unfortunately, the snake has already entered inside his mouth. And there was no time. Now there's no time, okay? Because the moment the poison goes into the bloodstream of that man, he'll be dead. So the master knows that something has to be done, okay? Then he looks around and sees that there is nothing but only rotten apples lying all around, because he sat under apple trees, remember? So some of the apples that fallen on the ground are all rotten apples. So in that quick moment, what the enlightened master, you know what he does? He just gives that man a sharp slap, wake him up, a few slaps, and wakes him up. And the man wakes up and asks, what is the matter with you? Why are you abusing me like this? So next slide. The man was shocked, shaken from his sleep, found that a master is slapping him. But the master has no time to explain to him, so he started picking up all the rotten apples and start stuffing them into the throat of this shocked man. So he pushes all the rotten apple into the mouth, and the man starts shouting, "Who are you? I don't even know you. Why do you have so much anger against me? Why are you doing this to me?" So he was just crying and shouting, in resistance to what the master was doing to him. So the master is not even listening. He's just so focused. He's just trying to push, he was just pushing the rotten apples into the man's mouth. Even as he was shouting, screaming, scolding him, he just holds the man's head, literally pushes the rotten apples down the throat, and later mud here and there because it was fallen on the ground, so there will be some sands and mud. Finally, this man could not tolerate it anymore and starts screaming, "Help! Help! Help! This man is killing me!" It's like. So, but still this master doesn't stop. In his deep compassion, he forces the man to swallow more and more rotten apples. So in a few more minutes, what happened was, because all the rotten apples and the mud, in his stomach, has already gone into his stomach, and the man started feeling nauseous, and he then suddenly vomits everything out. He just vomited everything that got stuffed inside his stomach. So he just throws out everything. Not only do the rotten apples came out, the mud came out, but also the snake also came out together with the rest of the food that he vomited out. So everything comes out. And then, that moment, the man watches in shock. Finally, he understands why the master is trying to save him. He just falls at the feet of the master saying, "Forgive me for suspecting your motives. You're not just my master, you're my God." So he just suddenly fell at the feet before saving his life. So understand this thing, Swamiji said, whatever you think is good for you, you're ready to accept. Whatever you think may not be directly good for you, you try to resist, right? Next slide. So understand, I know a little bit more about what you need or what you know about you. If you have a little problem with seva, for instance, like doing service, doing seva to Guru, that is exactly what you need for living enlightenment. If you are not that inspired to do seva, he say, you feel that sitting with me is more inspiring than doing seva, forget about sitting with me. Go and do seva, he said. This is not the right cognition. He said, go and do seva. This is what the obstacle is. I'm not teaching you enlightenment by sitting with closed eyes. I'm teaching living enlightenment, which means you need to do Guru's service in order to reach the state that he is in. Understand, when I'm putting rotten apples in your mouth, which is seva, basically, I know the reason. You may not know the reason, but I know the reason, Swamiji said. That's why the Zen master said, even what you think is wrong, if it is done by an enlightened being, then accept it, it is good for you. Okay, so this is the message from this amazing story about the rotten apples, the master's rotten apples. So whatever Swamiji, sometimes told us to do, they may seem like rotten apples, but they are not rotten apples. They are meant to save us from poisoned, whether it's depression or some health issues or some kind of karmic, entanglement or attachment. So do understand that rotten apples is the panacea, the cure for something that we may not know. Next slide. So let's do manana, contemplation of this very, very interesting insight I call Master's Rotten Apples, reviewed by Swamiji for a few minutes. And look inside, and whatever Swamiji gives, whatever that he may give instruction, okay, go and cause 100 people, go and do, go to the street, take 100 books and go and get people to sign each citizen. Whatever he gives as a solution, oh, go and do this, go and do tapas, go and do nirahara samema so that you lose weight, detox your body. Whatever he gives as a solution, whether it's for you individually or as a sangha, even you think it is wrong, you say, why he asked me to do this? It's just, you just cannot accept it, right? He just accept it. They're all good for you. So this is what the message is. So let's sit with the eyes closed and look inside of all the things that Swamiji has given us, whether it's taking liquid diet, when people say, oh, how can you just survive on liquid? Where are the proteins? Where are the, the logical way of nutrition given by the society? And then you say, oh, how can you survive on such a diet? It's too unhealthy, right? Then there are people say, when you eat vegetarian, no meat, then where to get the protein, right? So all these kind of things, that whatever Swamiji has issued as life solutions, he said, just accept it. And even if you look in, whenever you resist, what happens? When you don't believe him, what happened? Look into your life and see again and again how when you missed listening to the master's advice or the solution, how much we mess up. We missed and we messed. Because he knows better than we do what is good for us, what is needed for living enlightenment. Not just enlightenment, but living enlightenment. It means experiencing enlightenment while you are still in the body, not when you are on the deathbed. So that is one very, very powerful insight. It means you have to surrender to the Guru's advice or whatever he has given as Guru Walk, words from the Master. Because he knows more than what we know. We don't know the compassion. We don't know the larger picture. We don't know the deeper secrets. So when the Master says something, do it. Next slide. Let's enter into the next insights. Insight number 90. He said, connect to your highest possibility. So what does it mean? He said, for anything to blossom, to anything to flourish, expand, it needs a connection with the highest possibility which it can become. So you need to connect to something of higher possibility. What does it mean? He said, for the fruit to be completely ripened, it needs to be connected to the tree, right? Once the fruit is completely ripened, it carries the seed which can become one more tree. This physical connection with the mother tree may not be required anymore, but until it happens, the connection is important, right? Before the fruit can be ripened, it needs to be connected to the tree for it to be ripened, right? When it's just growing like a flower and become a small fruit, you cannot be another tree because the seed is not fully developed. The fruit is not fully developed for it to become a seed. So in the same way, from this analogy that Swamiji gives, he said, for a baby in the womb to grow completely, it needs to be connected with the mother through the umbilical cord, right? This is the way how the baby, the fetus, receive food, oxygen, and discharge the waste through that umbilical cord with the mother. Only then a complete baby is created. The baby is created through that connection with the mother. Once the baby's body is completely developed, created, it will not need the physical umbilical cord connection anymore. But until then, it is vital for its survival. Next slide. So enlightenment is the highest possibility of a human being. Swamiji said that enlightenment is the ultimate experience, but not the final experience. Okay? So for that to happen in you, it is vital for you to have the feeling connection to a being who is already in that space, in that state, who is already mature, who has already ripened in enlightenment. So he said that is why Vidaka is the feeling connection with the Master, is the ultimate gift that can ever happen to human beings. It is the feeling connection, the Vidaka, whatever the Guru says, you have the feeling connection to understand at a deeper level. So he said, I call it a gift because only those who have grown at least to a certain level in a subtle understanding can even smell the presence of the Master. If you have not grown to a certain level, please be very clear, you can't even get close to the presence of a Master. Only they have the courage, these people who are mature beings, have the courage to even enter into that great feeling connection with an enlightened being. Because the great feeling connection with the Master will just make you into an enlightened being. The possibility he will open up in you is to become an enlightened being as well. Next slide. So the feeling connection to the being which represents your own highest possibility can simply nullify the constant torture you go through from the patterns of the body and mind. Understand? That's why we always try to sit as much as possible in the presence, energy field of the Master. Because when you are sitting in his breathing space, what happens is that your own highest possibility simply opens up, because he will be taking away all your patterns, your suffering, your pain, whatever may be holding you back. He said these patterns are nothing but your body-mind struggle. But in the presence of the Master, when you have that feeling connection, he will simply nullify all this constant torture that we all go through. So many problems which may not have been solved by unclutching or meditation will be solved just by having the feeling connection. Understand? See, unclutching and meditation is still related to the mind. There may come a day that your mind is not able to silence. Let's say there's some degeneration in your mind, right? And you're not able to go into that space of silence and clutching. But just having that feeling connection can solve the problem. This is the ultimate technique, he said. The feeling connection with the Master is the ultimate technique. Understand? That at the time your body goes, at the time your mind goes, the feeling connection is what will take you to the highest possibility. So if your feeling connection is so strong with the Master, you really do not need any other technique, understand? Because you're already piped into the source. The yoga will already happened. You don't need any other technique. To solve all your problems and get you whatever you want, from health, wealth, career, relationship, to all the way to enlightenment, all the different dimensions in you, just the feeling connection is enough. Nothing else is needed. Isn't it wonderful? That's why Guru Bhakti, he said, is the most precious gift. So let's contemplate. The feeling connection with the Guru is the most precious gift that we can all imagine as human beings. You don't need anything else in life, so internalize this insight. Understand? But the problem with human mind is we don't trust the Master. We don't trust the Master even though we have this feeling connection, but we don't trust him. We don't trust this feeling connection. So because we don't trust, we try to create problem with our cunning mind. Okay? So imagine if someone has this feeling connection and you're able to surrender at his feet, he will simply take care. And you never have to struggle anymore. Understand? So this is very powerful insight. The importance of feeling connection with the Master. When you have that feeling connection, you can easily reach your highest possibility. You can easily, he will easily make you flower into your highest possibility. So at the end of the day, feeling connection, Guru Bhakti and surrender are the two things that you need to do to experience the enlightenment. Okay, next slide. So insight 91, this is one of my favorite one. Okay, when Swamiji talk about surrender, the whole science behind surrender, he said surrender again and again. Okay, what does it mean? He said, if there is one thing in the cosmos which you can't say you have finished learning, it is surrender. You cannot say, oh, I surrender already, I don't need to surrender anymore. No, he said, continuously you need to surrender. This is an unending process. It is the one and only thing I still continue to learn, even for incarnation. Understand? Even for incarnation, he continued to surrender. See, when Swamiji was forced to leave India in 2008 in June, leaving behind the whole kingdom, or the whole empire he has built out since 2003 when he started his public life. But in that moment when existence showed that he needs to drop everything and leave the country and just have nothing. And imagine if Swamiji did not surrender and hang on and continue to stay in India, he would have been murdered by now. Understand? So he said he continued to learn to surrender. He just surrendered to Paramashivam what he is shown to go and do for the next expansion that is needed for him to continue his mission, right? So he said, as I always say, enlightenment is the ultimate but not the final. That means experience the ultimate, but you will keep feeling more and more coming along your way. It's not like after that, that's the end of the journey. Understand? It's the ultimate experience, but it's not the final. That means there will be more coming in different way for you to expand. It is constantly happening. Same way. Surrender is the ultimate but not final. Even your surrender today is not final. You will continue to be tested to surrender again and again and again in the future. So when you first surrender, the different qualities of the cosmos start expressing in you. Like suddenly you realize, oh, your third eye is completely awakened and you can feel the connection. You can travel to multiple time zone and you can manifest powers, for instance, right? So the moment you surrender and he starts manifesting through you, through your body. But after some time, you think, oh, you have become very intelligent. I know already. Your arrogance start to become big. Ego start to enter. You start feeling that you can analyze the cosmos without intellect. You think that, oh, it's like this. And then with your understanding about life. So that is the time when you've forgot to surrender again. Because your intellect start to take over, which is your ego. Next slide. So if you hang on to your logic, your intellect, from that moment surrender stops and the expansion also stops. Because you're stuck, sometimes the cosmos will give you a strong blow again, shake you out. And after struggling for so many years, or maybe for janmas, many births, when you find that there is no solution in the outer world, you look in, you turn your awareness inside and find the solution inside. Then again, the cosmos is sitting there smiling. Welcome back. Where you try to waste time outside trying to fix, your desire, thinking that you needed this is what you need. You run behind all the wrong things, and finally you feel that nothing is it's going to make you feel fulfilled. So you again turn inside. Then You experience, oh, he's there, telling you, smiling, welcome back. Now, don't escape anymore this time. You see, and then you melt, oh, you start crying, okay? Oh, how stupid I have been. I wasted all my life. It's not only this life, many, many births I wasted. I forgot that what I needed to come back. But again and again, I get distracted. So the surrender starts happening again the moment you melt down and surrender to the Guru, the inner Guru. The highest possible intelligence and the different qualities of the cosmos start happening again in you. So it start manifesting, with a high, powerful cognition and different qualities of the cosmos, whether it's compassion, healing energy, everything start flowing again. Then he said, I tell you, the same story exactly gets repeated with Master. People come, surrender, and experience the beautiful, intense period of ecstasy, bliss, and expansion. Okay, next slide. Then suddenly, after a certain amount of intellectual, emotional, and being level expansion, their intellect start judging the very source to which they surrender. They start judging the Master, the source which has brought about their expansion. They start judging the Master, and when they start judging, they are stuck again. Growth stop. Understand? It is almost like having a bridge which can be lifted to the other shore, right? The feeling connection or surrender is like the bridge that help you to extend to the other shore for you to cross over. So first they make a bridge. That is surrender. When you surrender, that is the bridge that is available to you. Then from the Master's side, so much of intelligence, energy, compassion, expansion, everything showering, on the disciple is sent to the disciple's side. Okay, he's just showering. Then when the disciple receives too much good things happening in their life, suddenly his ego start to become expanded. So when he expanded, he start judging the Master. Why Master like this? Why he go and do Kailasa? Why he have so many, all these rules and regulation is so different now. Last time it's very simple, only do meditation. Now have to do this, have to go and meet different Hindu organization, have to go and be a relationship with temples. I don't like to do. All this, you start questioning the Master, you start judging the Master, you start resisting the expansion or whatever he prescribed. So the moment you judge, the bridge of surrender is lifted. Imagine. So nothing will flow back anymore. All the good things that you enjoyed stop flowing. No more transportation is possible. No more receiving gifts is possible. So you're stuck again. The moment you're stuck, understand the bridge of surrender has lifted up. Next slide. So, but the cosmos is also forever compassionate. It gives you such strong suffering. Sometimes you need to be slapped by life in such a strong, powerful jolt that can never be slowed down by outer solution. That can never be solved by outer solutions. So then there's no other way. With a lot of reluctance, you slowly lower the bridge again. Okay, I surrender. I know. The other side is just sitting with a smile. Swamiji the Guru is just sitting with a smile, waiting for your bridge to land again, for you to surrender. Then he says, okay, come on, let's start the work again. Understand? Does that sound familiar? So some people ask, like myself, Shankari, and say, why you surrender? You say, because we're gone back and forth so many births, we know. As an old soul, we know that there's no other thing other than surrender to the Guru, to the ultimate source. So there's no other way but not to surrender. Just surrender. Then otherwise you'll be wasting time again. And we're tired of wasting the time. Understand, the soul remembers that wasting time of not surrendering and getting stuck in the cycle of samsara. birth, death, so many rounds that we come down, again and again, like in that vicious cycle, right? Circling in the same spot again and again. And we're tired of that. We just feel, I don't want to do this anymore. Enough. So the consciousness, the soul declare, it's enough. I don't want to do this anymore. This is my last birth. I'm going to do whatever the Guru says, so just surrender. Okay? Next slide. So contemplate this very, very simple insight. Surrender again and again, again and again. Don't think that the moment you surrender, everything is over. It's continuous. Even in Swamiji's life, he continues to surrender. That's why he lived that life to show us why we also need to continuously surrender. Whatever obstacles, whatever adversity, whatever challenges that we face in life, and we're struggling or we are stuck in some way or another, understand, need to surrender to the higher intelligence, which is the Guru's grace, and understand how to come out of that mess that you created due to your ignorance, due to your ego, etc. Okay? So continuously learn to surrender at the Guru's feet. Because only by that surrendering attitude, the bridge of the blessing, the grace can continue to flow. He can continue to shower on us. Okay? Got it? Next slide. Alright, the last insight. We seem to go in quite fast. Today we can finish early, which is good. So the last insight relating to the master. Today's insights all related to the relationship with the master, if you can see. So he says, when you are evolving spiritually, the process of evolution has two angles. The first angle is your negativity getting cleansed. The other one is your positivity is getting increased. You become more positive. You become, life positive. Whereas also your negativity, the way how you see things in a negative way, also getting cleansed. Okay? So by looking in honestly and seeing how you feel about the master, you will know which part of the process is happening in you right now. Okay? When you become aware, having that discernment, discrimination to understand what process he has put you through and how you're evolving. When the negativity is getting cleansed and the exit wash is happening in you, you will feel, oh, he's violent. Some people say, oh, he's violent, he's doing so much. And some people will say, oh, his effigy should be burned. That means it's effigy is like his the form of him should be burned, like his photograph should be burned, that kind of thing. Like some people, because they're going through the cleansing, the acid wash, they feel violence against the master. Understand? See, during the religious persecution, when the world is presenting a different side of Swamiji, a false scandal, right, which they basically morphed the video. They tried to create him as a sex swami, or basically is to destroy his credibility as a enlightened master. Okay. See, one of the things that the anti-Hindu forces or anti-Guru elements, the first thing they always do, especially Swamiji is a young master, what they do? They try to create all this sexual content to make him feel that he's just an ordinary man, right? So that is one of their strategy. So when that kind of thing happens, and people would start judging, right? He say when the acid wash was happening, he said, oh, he's so violent, he should be burned. Some of them even took his photograph and burned his photograph or destroyed his photograph. Understand? When the moment of test is happening, the process that he's putting us through, the test he's putting us through, and you're not able to see it with positivity. Instead, the negativity is so high. Then what happens is you start abusing. Okay? When your positivity is increased, you feel the friendliness within you and about yourself and others. You will feel, oh wow, he's God, he's deity, he should be worshipped. You say Swamiji is God, he's Paramashiva, oh, he should be worshipped, and then you bow down to him and you touch his feet. So this is what happens when your positivity is increased. You see him as God. When your negativity is increased, you see him as the enemy. You see he's something that, and you want to, either destroy him or you want to run away. Next slide. So whether you feel me as deity or an effigy is like a, like a bad, what do you call it? Like a bad energy, whatever. Depends on your process you're going through. But in both, you're evolving. Whether it's good or bad, you're evolving. That is why I say, even while you feel me as effigy, it means something that is coming to destroy, don't run away or try to burn it. Don't abuse. Don't run away, he said. Wait and have patience. If you run away, you will miss it. You will just miss him. If you try to burn it, you will try to make thousands miss me. Understand? Burning is abusing. When you abuse, that means not only you miss, you have thousands of miss. Understand the effect that you miss 1,000 times? It means for many, many births, you are not going to see him. You are not going to have grace of the Guru. But don't worry, I will not let that happen. He will try not to make that happen unless something really, really bad happened in you and you decided to take that unconscious decision. So whether I show anger or I show love, Swamiji say, it is just a tool for me. Let's say he scolded at you. Whether it's scolding or whether it's showering of love and attention, it is just a tool for him. Like when he said, when I heal, I sometimes use a tissue, right? The tissue is the one that, as my healing stuff, right? Like healing tool, okay? A tissue, it may seem like, oh, so painful, he's going to pierce me and, I'm going to be destroyed, right? But it is the way how he heals you through the tissue. It's like. So if someone who doesn't know that I'm a healer sees me as a tissue and sees me with a tissue, what will he think? It's like, oh, tissue, it's like he's going to. When he comes near me, I just picked up a tissue. What will happen? He will think, oh God, what is he doing? He's going to kill me. But only when I know that I'm going to heal him, not kill him, right? Because Swamiji now as a master, he's using the tissue to heal him, right? He's taking a tissue to remove the negative energy, okay? Understand, my anger is a tissue for healing, not for killing. Even you know this, but this funny mind goes on playing in your head. Like he scolded, right? He's scolding you and you don't feel good. And you know that the scolding, so immediately is just scolding your pattern, not you, okay? But somehow your mind will not be able to accept that. Your mind will just go and play in the head, oh, he just abused me, he just, got angry with me and at this. And at least, mind can confirm that I'm your enemy. Your mind will start projecting that the master is the enemy. You'll be free and carry on with your life. Right? You say, if you run away from master, you'll be free and carry on with your life. That also will not happen because the underlying energy in your inner space, which designs your body, the energy, the source of the consciousness, which designs your body, is intelligent enough to catch the underlying current of the master's energy, which designs his body. Understand? Your energy inside you, which is consciousness, is able to cognize the energy in the master, which is also the same underlying current which designs his body. So that's why sometimes when we meet the master, we just cry uncontrollably because the energy, the consciousness inside recognizes the being, in this new form. Next slide. You will never be able to find anything by studying my body or my mental setup. You'll not be able to find anything. but the energy of the underlying consciousness which designs your body will catch it by its own intuition as a fragrance. You intuitively you will know. You just know somehow, and you say, no, he's not my enemy. He's not violent. You'll be able to have that intelligence to know. That is why the love-hate relationship with the master goes on until you get enlightened. The game of one moment you're in love with him, one moment you're scared of him, you're angry with him. So this thing keep happening until you get enlightened. This is the whole journey of love-hate relationship with the master. So it is the best word to define the guru-disciple relationship, which means you go through this love-hate thing with the master. Okay? So that's the way how the relating to the master is going to happen. That is why the Upanishad starts by saying, Sahana bhavatu sahanu bunatu, means let us not hurt each other. Let us be friendly with each other. This is the Shanti mantra, the peace chant. In yoga, when the yoga master is trying to impart the knowledge of yoga to the disciple, the student, this is the mantra they chant in the peace chant. Okay, next slide. So why would a rishi, enlightened guru, sit with the disciple and say that? Why the guru say, oh, let you not hurt me, and let us be friends, let's grow together. If the disciple say, oh, let you not hurt me, we can understand logically, yeah, because he's supposed to be at the lower rung of the, and then the master, right? But the peace chant is chanted by the guru. The guru say, let us not hate each other. Let us not hurt each other. Let us be friendly with each other. Why would a guru say that? Right? Because he knows that during the process of evolution and training you're going to use him sometimes as an enemy, sometimes as a deity. You're going to be angry with him. Let's say he press you make you work too hard and you just get angry with him. You feel irritated, right? Or he make you go through a certain process of completion and you feel that it's too much for you to take and you feel you want to run away. You don't want it. Especially he's shattering your ego, and your ego is not wanting to face the transformation. So the fight is between the ego and the master. And that's why during that fight, the tumor has to be removed, but the ego refused to budge, and that's why the master and the ego will be in this war, tug of war. And if you surrender to the master, you will be on his side. If you decide to listen to your ego, then you are on the other side. Okay? And then of course you're just only going to delay again and again your enlightenment possibility. Got it? Okay, next slide. So now we've covered 4 fascinating insights this week, all related to the relationship with Guru and how we should relate with the Guru. So now I'm going to make all of us enter into a meditation. Okay? We're going to sit, tie the eye band and meditate on how you can relate with your Guru, your Master, Swamiji, from today's 4 insights that he spoke about. Understand? So, please put on the eye band. I'm going to set the time. We'll do a 11 minutes meditation. Okay. Let's see what Swamiji. You have the eye band? Yeah. Okay. So get ready. Jana Shadika, can you do a screen grab of the? You can do a screen grab. Okay. Then you can post in the group. So now If you're all ready, let's begin with this process of enter into the meditation. So you're going to be sitting with the back straight, with the eyes closed, with the eye band on your eyes, in a very relaxed way. In a very relaxed way, start focusing on your breathing. Slow down your breathing so that you enter into the present moment. Whatever thoughts that come, just witness it and let it go. Come to the restful awareness in the space that you're witnessing, like a witnessing consciousness. You're watching your thoughts, you're watching everything within you, watching the happening inside you, the thoughts inside you, the feelings that you're having now. Just be a witness to all the things. Right now, do not chase the thought, do not engage in the thought, just keep breathing in a relaxed way and just watch everything inside you, your inner space. Now, in that restful awareness, contemplate, do manana, contemplation, internalization of all the 4 insights that were spoken today. And then come to certain powerful cognition within you so that it becomes your living cognition, Nidhyasana. From Shravana, listening to Swamiji's Satsang, Manana, contemplation within you so that you can imbibe the truth, and from that, then whatever powerful cognitions lands in you, let that powerful cognition become you living those powerful cognitions. Nidhyasana. Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasana. Start now.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
All right, relax. Okay, now relax. Open your eyes slowly. Take the time to come back and so I hope you had a wonderful meditation sitting with Swamiji in an untouched space to see how all these four insights are settling in you, whether it's continuously surrender again and again, explore your highest possibility, and also learning how to basically understand that sometimes what may seem as a rotten apple that's given by a guru is actually to save you or heal you. Because we don't know the guru's, compassion. We only try to evaluate everything with our logical mind. And because of that, we always fall into the mess. Get into the mess because we don't know the larger picture. So anyone want to share? Or too personal? Otherwise, we will go on to the next few slides before we wrap up. Okay, so with so much excitement, I'm going to announce the most awaited annual powerful fasting, which is happening in Kailasa, Singapore. It's called Pachitpatani Bhatram. This is the 6 years running, and this year we're going to have more devotees who are already jumping in to experience the benefit of this powerful purification with Devi Mahamariamma. She's, as she cleanses the nature, Prakriti. See, every year, Mahamariamma, Parashakti, she will go into a 28 days fasting, 4 weeks fasting during March to April, this period. And certain food are only prepared to offer to her. And in this period, you basically offer whatever naivedyam to her and consume whatever you offer to her as prasada. So in the same way, you're fasting with her. Okay? So many possibilities will open up. Remember in the earlier clip, it said explore your highest possibility. Understand? When you do fasting, and Swamiji also does this fasting every year, because Mahamariam is his family guru. He is like a deity, that family deity. So he has this tradition of doing this fasting. So I remember in 2020, Swamiji told us to do this for the first time. We just, okay, jump in. First year was a little bit of a struggle. Then subsequently, every year you just get better and better. And I look forward to this fasting every year. So the fasting will start this Sunday on the 9th of March morning, right, after Satsang, because Swamiji will announce the fasting and the Satsang at 8 a.m. And then after that, once that is done, we will begin the fasting. So if you can join us at the Ardinam, we will be taking the Vatram, the vow, together, the sacred vow. So we'll be tying the sacred yellow thread on the hand and the wrist. During this this year is actually going to be 35 days, 5 weeks. In 2021, it was also 5 weeks. So I think the Vedic calendar is happening in such a way that this year's fasting will be 35 days instead of 28 days. Okay, so I do encourage everybody, even though you're not able to come to Ardena, please join online to do this fasting together. It's going to be fun. We actually set up a fasting group over the years, and if you want to be supported by us, you can fill up the sign up form, register, because this coming Friday, I'm going to do a briefing to at least the new people and maybe the people who have already joined the fasting before, as a reminder, a refresher, what you need to do to get back to the fasting, because there are a few things you need to observe, like sleeping, taking shower twice a day, head bath, all the thing that you need to do during this fasting period. So please join me online on Zoom on Friday, 7th of March, from 7:30 to 8:30. 1 hour, we'll go through the briefing for those people who are interested to do this fast. See, this is a very holistic wellness where this will help us not only cleansing all the toxin in the body, also physically, psychologically, and emotionally, all this, and boosting of immunity. So many good things come out of this whole fasting. So do join us, don't miss it. Only once a year you can do it. So benefits like purify the body, create space for Paramashiva and Parashakti to manifest in you, spiritual healing of the whole world when we manifest this fasting. So, when you cleanse, the world also get healed, because Parashakti is doing the cleansing of the nature. Then prepare to receive the signs of immortality, receive the blessing and the goodness to stay protected from all diseases. So all these good things happen when you do this fasting. Okay, next slide. So also another offering that we do have is every Tuesday we do the spiritual healing and manifesting Shaktis. This one you need to come to the Ardinam physically to sit with us for this session. We're not taking online session for this one, so you need to come to Singapore Ardinam, Kailasa, Singapore, to experience, because a guru of Nithyananda Yogi initiated disciples will sit, do body scanning, download the information from Swamiji to guide you, whatever problem you may have through power manifesting Shakti. Okay, so this is something that we do. We started since January 21st of this year. Next slide. Here's another thing. Become an e-citizen of Kailasa or a citizen of Kailasa. Swamiji has been so compassionate that he is opening Kailasa to all and everyone, all the living Hindus, whoever want to live the Sanatana Hindu Dharma as a lifestyle. See, Kailasa basically is a revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilizational nation. Basically, he has created this nation for all the living and practicing Hindus so that we can continue to live this enlightenment lifestyle that we have been passed on for generation after generation by the enlightened masters. So, if you're interested to become an e-citizen of Kailasa, you can private message me if you're interested, or you can even contact any of the Rajya Sabha members in Singapore, whoever part of Rajya Sabha Singapore members. Please, you can contact any one of us that you know. Many of us has attended the Paramashiva Sena program, so once we come back and taken the oath, we are considered Rajya Sabha members, the members of the parliaments of Rajya Sabha. So if you're interested, we're more than happy to guide you on this citizenship guide. We will take you through, walk you through this citizenship guide and help you to become one of the members of Kailasa, e-citizen of Kailasa. Okay, so do contact us, anyone, even in your country, those people attending online this program as we speak. If wherever you are, if you know that there are some Rajya Sabha members in your country, you can contact them and you can also do this so that they can guide you into becoming an e-citizen of Kailasa. Okay, what are the benefits you have? So now, last slide. Next session is next week, 12th of March. So I do hope that you can enrich more people so that they can also receive the Guru's grace of this powerful insights from the avatar. With that, I would like to conclude with the Puna mantra. So bow down in deep gratitude to Swamiji for today's session and all the powerful insight that he has given us. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Pauraka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyananda. See you next week, same time. Can you stop the recording?